Well, time to turn to our special series, The China Threat. It's just over 80 days until the November election. And does China have a preference on who will be our next president? Well, according to a statement by the National Counterintelligence Executive Director, many foreign actors have a preference for who wins the election. And China, get this, prefers President Trump doesn't win. So why is Biden the preference? Joining us now is senior reporter at The Pulse, Natalie Winter. Natalie, nice to have you.
Thank you so much for having me on.
All right. Well, intel reports show that China hopes that Biden is the president come November. Is this merited?
Totally. Like father, like son, Joe Biden has outsourced millions of American jobs in our manufacturing base to China, and his son Hunter has secured billion-dollar investment deals with Chinese Communist Party-linked enterprises, leaving our jobs, our intellectual property theft, and frankly, our national security in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. For example, Joe Biden has said that there should be no coal plants in America and that coal miners should, quote, learn how to code. Meanwhile, his son is inking $950 million deals with Chinese coal companies that are owned and operated by the Chinese Communist Party. Other examples of these corrupt business deals include China General Nuclear Corps, which not only has our own Department of Defense identified as collaborating with the Chinese military for over 2 decades, but in 2017, an individual was actually charged and later pled guilty to stealing nuclear energy secrets from American companies to aid and abet the rise of China's nuclear power industry. And Hunter Biden's shady investment firm known as BHR Partners similarly invested $10 million as a cornerstone investor in that company's IPO. The list goes on. Automotive companies have transferred into the hands of Chinese Communist Party-linked companies such as AVIC. And after these companies are acquired, again, with Hunter Biden's investment firm spearheading these deals, you see jobs occurring all over the world, Europe, Latin America, China, but not in America. What's more, even technology companies that Hunter Biden, that his firm BHR Partners have invested in, we've seen them openly collaborating with companies such as Tencent, Huawei, and TikTok, all either banned or set to be banned by the Trump administration by attending conferences alongside these entities.
Natalie, what does Kamala Harris do to the ticket with respect to China? Does she help show that she's tough on China, or does she help make the case that you just laid out?
Not at all. Harris is establishment through and through. She's a member of America's ruling class as a senator from California. And frankly, while she might not be as linked to China as Joe Biden is, again, that's more of an indictment on Joe Biden's part than it is hers. Her paymasters and benefactors for all of her campaigns, even her botched presidential run, have come from the likes of Wall Street and big business. So they, at the end of the day, answer to the Chinese Communist Party and have billion-dollar investments and interests in that country. So through the transitive property, Kamala Harris is essentially at the beck and call of the Chinese Communist Party through her donors and special interests that she answers to.
You know, Natalie, something I think is really interesting lately, we haven't seen much of Hunter Biden. It doesn't look like that he is on the speaking list for the DNC next week. We've seen other children of presidential-elect to be on the list. Do you think they're trying to hide Hunter away?
Precisely. They know that Hunter Biden represents the cronyism and nepotism that all Americans, frankly, except the members of the elite, despise and reject. He's made millions, in fact, billions, through BHR Partners, the investment firm that, make no mistake, was created less than 2 weeks after he and his father visited China on Air Force Two at taxpayer expense, later procured $1.5 billion worth of investment from state-owned Bank of China.
Natalie, thank you so much for your insights and helping the viewers understand why the Biden-Harris ticket is weak on China and why they should be concerned. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, when we come back, Republican Congressman Chris Smith tells us about the recent sanctions China imposed on him. Stick around.